Hi. I'm overdue for a video, even though I don't know if anyone's even watching them, but for my own sake, I'm gonna crank one out real quick. So what's new? Not much, and I think that's why I didn't make a video. I'm still waiting on figuring out the accounting piece. We have an appointment next week, Wednesday, to get training on QuickBooks with our tax person slash soon to be accountant. So they're going to set the QuickBook for us, and then they're going to train us on how to do it. And if we choose to do it ourselves, great. We just pay for the QuickBooks training and the setup. And if we decide after a month or two that we just don't want to do it, then we're going to pay them $400 plus a month to do our accounting. So we're still kind of waiting on that. I cannot wait until I hate it. I don't want to do it, but I can't wait to do it as well, because then I'll know for sure if my properties are really cash flowing, like for real. And then of course, come tax time, having everything, situated correctly will help us too. And it'll just take a lot of stress of the unknown away. And when I tell people about my properties and that I think they're cash flowing, I want to have that certainty. Us nurses, we're known to be trustworthy, and there's some truth to that. I feel like my integrity is important, and so I don't want to be like, oh yeah, it's cash flowing, like I think it's paying for all of this, and be wrong. And so that's why I'm like so excited, even though I don't want to do it, to get the numbers like all figured out, so that when I say something, and with the motivation of inspiring or educating somebody, I want to make sure that it's the truth, and I'm not exaggerating in any way or blowing smoke up anybody's butt, because I don't really like that. It's not my thing. Because we haven't really done anything, it was making me feel bad. I was feeling a little blue about not progressing and so I decided to read another book, Vivid Vision. And so I did a little bit of I wrote down a draft of a Vivid Vision, and that kind of helped me to kind of get out of my funk. Also, I guess I was kind of beating myself up because I hadn't been doing the accounting, and I'm not buying another property because I don't want to do it till I do the accounting, but I've been pushing off the accounting. And so it's like, come on, like you need to get out of this funk and like keep moving forward. So we did reach out to someone to refinance the Monmouth property so that I could pull out the money that I had already invested into it, so that I could have that money on hand to do another property. We spoke to a loan officer who I just think is awesome, and he is working on it now. So that's something I did. That's something great I did, I think. We have this property that we found, driving for dollars, but I don't know what to do next. I'm kind of stuck. And that was making me feel bad. I was like, okay, here's this great property. I had looked up who owns it. Obviously nobody lives there, but I didn't know what to do. So I was like, I need a network, I need a mentor. And so I'm kind of working on that. I went to a networking thing. I found a couple people on Instagram to talk to that's actually new investors. So I was so glad to finally find somebody on Oahu to kind of share my experiences with, and hear their experiences and their ideas and collaborate with. So that was cool. I did a meetup, and I'm trying to look for a mentor, to kind of help me. But then I'm thinking I need to be able to add value to that mentor, right? I'm not going to just take that person's time and then not give anything in return. And so I'm just kind of thinking, okay, what do I have to offer to a real estate mentor? Like, does he need a nurse? So that I'm kind of thinking on that. My husband just started working at Southwest, and he has a coworker that has a lot of investment properties. And I said, oh, can we go to lunch with him? I want to talk to him about, how he got into it. And so that's definitely on the books. And so that's what we're doing. Not much going on, but a lot going on at the same time. Of course, in my personal life, there's a lot of cool things going on that I'm very proud of. So I just started taking a family jiu-jitsu class for my kids because I need to work out more. I'm definitely not working out as much as I should. And then it's a one-on-one bonding time, me and the boys. my teenage daughter's already in jiu-jitsu, so she's gonna kind of help us catch us up. And yeah, so that's good. And I'm spending a lot more time involved in their homework, and cooking at home, and healthy foods at home, and spending a lot more time reading with them lately. And so even though I was feeling really really good about that, I was feeling really bad about how messy the house was, and how I wasn't progressing as much as I would like to at my real estate investing. I also have a lot of side projects I created for myself in my job as a nurse. I'm creating this diabetes education presentation for my peers, as well as like a competency quiz for them to take afterwards, as like a project I just decided to do out of the blue, because I had taken this diabetes education course that I thought was so awesome, and I learned so much great information in it, and I thought it'd be great to share it with my peers, because it'll help us when we do post-hospital follow-up calls be better educators for patients. And so I'm like, why did I decide this? And I had a couple other, I'm always thinking of things, so I have a couple other projects at work too that I've been working on. And of course, so there's a lot on my plate, and you can't do everything perfectly every week. And for some reason, I feel like all the cool stuff I'm doing doesn't erase how I feel bad about the things that I'm not getting to at a pace that I would like. So I need to just kind of keep working on being graceful with myself. I have great friends that help remind me of that. And of course, you have to have that downtime where you relax and rest and do nothing. And that is just as important as, all of that time that you do the hustling. You need both. You need balance in life to be healthy, physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally. So I do take that into consideration. So, yep, that was this week. All right, so by next week, hopefully I will have already had my QuickBooks training and would have something of a different kind of value for you guys who are watching, which right now is probably not anybody. Bye, aloha.